Another day. You wake up, scroll, maybe snooze the alarm once or twice. Everything feels gray. You're not broken, just stuck. Whatever it is that got you feeling like this, work, rut, boredom, or others, there's always a way out. I will be sharing my personal experience of how I went from annoyed with everything, sad, bored, and maybe had too much dopamine, to joyful, happy, productive, and overall content. Are you ready to start this journey? I sure am.
You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step.
This step includes figuring out what matters, what are our goals, and how we see the best version of ourselves.
This is my list of what matters for me and why I'm doing this. Now, what you're going to do with these values and aspirations
is set goals or create a habit list. I prefer setting the habits.
This is my very long habit list, and let's quickly go through each and every one. Waking up early, crucial. Setting a goal, great. Being grateful, highly important. Meditation, can't go without. Sugar, let's break the addiction. Yoga, nothing more peaceful. Workouts, help us stay in shape. Running, get the heart rate up. Reading, you know me. And screen time, another addiction.
This is what my habit tracker looks like, starting on the 2nd of August. And then I also have a Notion habit tracker. Let's head to sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow in the morning.
And that is it for preparation. Let's move on to
Day 1.
AKA action time. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. I will not be filming each day, otherwise I could also count that as a habit, and I already have enough of those. What I will be doing is updating you with how I'm doing emotion-wise whenever there is something worth sharing. If you want to see me doing this challenge besides watching this video, you should check out my TikTok profile that's linked down in the description box.
To mention that in the beginning I won't be as strict with myself with the rules, but more so testing the waters. I won't be waking up before 8 a.m. from the very beginning, but we'll be slowly waking up 15 minutes earlier each day until I get to 5:30 a.m. That way we gradually adjust, giving ourselves the chance to build a habit that actually lasts instead of burning out after a few days.
During the first week or first few days, there could be two ways how you're feeling. Motivated, energized, confident, and excited, or challenged, wanting to give up and just forget about it because, oh well, it's not like I've been doing this long or seen any changes, so no harm, no foul, right? Literally me when I start something new, but don't.
You didn't actually expect to see changes in a week, could you?
You started participating in this challenge or started watching this video for a reason. So see it through. The future you will be grateful. You should feel better once your habits become automatic and you no longer have to be annoyed to complete them.
And if at any point in this challenge you feel like a habit isn't what you thought it would be, in a bad way, don't feel bad about crossing that one off the list. Just because it might have been a popular thing people do, doesn't mean you have to enjoy it too.
Alright, let's pause here because I remembered an important thing mentioned in one of my favorite self-help books, The Miracle Morning. Most people don't realize that this seemingly unbearable first 10 days is only temporary. Instead, they think it's the way the new habit feels and will always feel, telling themselves, if the new habit is this painful, forget it, it's not worth it. As a result, 95% of our society, the mediocre majority, fail. So taking this advice, bear the 30 days and only then quit if it truly isn't worth it or meant for you.
The first few days are and will be the hardest, but no matter what, won't give up. Even if some days I do have to skip because of food poisoning.
Me the past 3 days.
I won't quit and you won't either because we are in this together. As hard as it is or as hard as it will be or get, don't give up and never skip 2 days in a row when forming a new habit.
The never skip twice concept is most famously associated with James Clear, the author of the book Atomic Habits, which as a matter of fact I have read and do recommend especially for this challenge. Never miss twice. Missing once is an accident, missing twice is the start of a new habit.
The honeymoon has faded.
Why am I doing this again? Quitting.
Okay, let's not be dramatic. It's not like it's that bad. It might be though.
On a real note, you will start doubting everything, not be motivated at all, because this is where most people quit. But you have the option to be more, be better than the rest of the population. Actually build habits that last and achieve something with them, because each of your habits is a representation of you as a person.
Trust me, after hearing all this, I'm definitely not quitting.
Yes, motherfucker! Yes!
So what happens here? Do I finally feel better?
Yes, and still maybe no. Your brain is rewiring itself to accommodate the new behavior. You begin to act more automatically with less mental resistance.
So everything finally begins to be easier to do?
Yeah, I guess so. You might start to feel better, but there still might be some tough days when you just need to man up.
Week
3 is coming to an end, and I honestly find myself already used to these habits, but I do have to read them throughout the day to remember what I have to do. And yesterday I hit my best amount, 70%. Just for clarification, I do not need to do all 10 habits every day, only 8 of them, so 70% is almost perfect. There are about 8 days left of this challenge, and day by day it gets easier, and I almost forget that I'm doing this. To be fair, I did forget I'm doing this for a couple of days, but it's fine, I still completed something off the list. During this challenge, I have fell in love with journaling, which is very unexpected, and I would say this is the final period of my habit forming process because they have become almost automatic, and the reason I think it happened faster for me is because I've committed to most of these habits once before during my 75 soft challenge, and my brain and body probably still remembers those days. This is the final phase of this challenge, and to be honest, there are multiple ways how you could feel. Happy, sad, proud, motivated. Pause to read. So choose your habits wisely, and I'd recommend reading All It Takes Is a Goal. Truly phenomenal and has all the information you need for reaching your potential. Here we are with my habit tracker. So when you were using this habit tracker, I assume you might have felt like some things just don't add up with your values as you initially thought they would. And it might feel like you just need to do something different for the next month. Whether it is you found out that a habit isn't meant for you, or it just doesn't benefit your life in any way, it is perfect to change the habits whenever you feel like it. Just be conscious of the decision and the consequences, how it will affect your life if you quit. The first thing we'll be switching. Wake up before 8 a.m. We're switching to 7 a.m. Next, I have 1 task a day. Literally love that, and I will probably never stop doing this now that I've started. Setting 1 task a day feels so much more intentional. I don't really have to think about getting like 10 tasks done. I just focus on the one, make sure I get it done. And along with 1 task a day, I also do the daily highlight. It's combined in one. Next, I have gratitude/journaling, which journaling turned into this 1 task a day plus my daily highlight. We're skipping on that, but gratitude, it's nice, but I feel like it's a bit unnecessary because throughout the day, I have a moment where suddenly I feel so grateful. Then we have meditation and yoga, which those are 2 mindful activities, and I felt like doing both is a bit much for me. So instead, we are just gonna be combining them into one as a mindful activity. Then I will be removing the sugar tracking because honestly, it just turned out to be pointless. I still eat whatever sugar item that I want, and then I just write about it at the end of the day if I don't forget, and if I do forget, doesn't even freaking matter. Then we have workouts and running, which it just gave me such empty spaces. Like, it just looks bad. So instead, what we will be doing is we will just be having an activity habit. That is either I go for a walk, I run, or I work out, doesn't matter, or I dance, completely up to me. Then I was thinking about adding a high protein breakfast because I feel like that will just really increase my energy levels throughout the day instead of just eating like a yogurt or cereal in the morning. Especially now that school is starting, I usually either have an oatmeal or some eggs with bacon. Literally perfect. Then self-help, 10 pages is gonna stay the same. Next, we are switching the screen time from less than 5 hours to less than 4 hours, which should be pretty doable because school is starting, gonna be more intentional. Then I want to add content work as a habit so that you guys get some more content more frequently. And then for now, the last thing we are going to be adding is a mood tracker from 0 to 3. I feel like we definitely have less habits, but they are more intentional, and so far I'm satisfied. I might come up with something else because there are still 4 more days until September. You can easily add anything whenever. My tip and just one key thing to take away from this video is if you want to reach your potential goals and improve easily, implement setting 1 daily to do each day and just do that. Alright, I do have another thing, that is to read the book All It Takes Is a Goal. Trust me on that. If you're not a reader or just don't have the time, believe me, I get it. Just get an extended version of a summary from AI or Google or YouTube or wherever works best for you. Right now, you'll be mad, but just one more. Whenever you watch these self-help kind of videos, read something valuable, always write it down. I recommend keeping an ideas journal, a diary, just a note in your notes app for all the thoughts and highlights you find worth it. I truly didn't realize that this challenge would change my mood and me so much, but it did. It gave me the opportunity to learn, grow, turn things around, and really find what it is that will set me up for success and motivate me. I hope this video taught you something, and if you were to take one thing away from it, yes, another thing, it would be to have a journal where you write down how you still need to develop, what you still need to do, and once you find the motivation, start on that journal. I got this video to know what I did to get back to my usual and happy self. Okay, bye!